Beyond the splendor of ancient cities and the relentless march of modern civilization lies another China, one that remains defiantly wild, perpetually unpredictable, and fundamentally unchanged by human ambition. Turn westward, and scorching deserts stretch endlessly, their golden dunes meeting cloud-shrouded frozen plateaus. The air grows so thin that breathing becomes struggle, each step an act of will against an environment actively resisting human presence. Yet venture southward, and nature transforms. Dense primeval forests sprawl across steep, unforgiving terrain, vertical cliffs defining the landscape. These barriers created isolated ecosystems, preserves of Earth's most extraordinary and peculiar biodiversity, untouched by civilization. This is the true face of China, wild and diverse, strangely beautiful, wrapped in perpetual mystery. These dormant lands await explorers brave enough to venture into nature's deepest chambers and listen to wilderness speak its ancient language. If landscapes truly existed somewhere at world's end, perhaps they would contain moments where sky and earth boundaries blur indistinguishably. Above silent Earth, accumulated over time, nature sculpts strange and majestic forms as though creating another world. There, familiar reality standards gradually crumble, causing observers to forget exactly where they stand. To find Pandora's original form, one must venture into Zhangjiajie's fog-shrouded stone maze, where mystery seems more real than reality itself. Over millions of years, rain and erosion carved a connected sandstone mountain range into over 3,000 giant stone pillars rising above forested valleys. This region remains covered by thick fog over 200 days yearly, causing the lower portions of pillars to vanish, making entire landscapes appear suspended in sky. Ancient pines growing on nearly 90-degree cliffs anchor themselves in narrow rock fissures, creating ecosystems floating above ground level through remarkable adaptation. This mountainous region gained fame for bizarre rock formations and sea of clouds, creating surreal, breathtaking scenery, where unique ecology, shaped by natural forces, fascinates visitors throughout their journey. Huangshan holds landscapes wild and unreal that inspired the floating islands of Pandora in Avatar, proving nature's creative imagination surpasses human fantasy. More than 70 massive granite peaks thrust skyward almost perpendicularly, with many cliffs so steep that human access becomes nearly impossible without specialized equipment. Ancient pines growing on steep slopes secrete acidic substances to break through the rock, twisting roots deep into cliff crevices to withstand millennia of blizzards, a survival strategy refined over thousands of years. Despite this harsh terrain, over 1,800 plant species flourish here, with rhododendron clusters flowering across grey rock, particularly impressive during blooming season. Conquering Huangshan demands visitors grasp cold iron chains and climb 60,000 stone steps cut directly into mountainsides, with each step following the edge of vertical cliffs. Every movement becomes a physical challenge between clouds and granite and deep chasms, transforming the ascent into an experience that tests both body and spirit. Vast grasslands stretch endlessly, where nature and nomadic cultures breathe together in harmony, shifting their appearance dramatically with each passing season while creating a massive ecosystem. Across more than 100,000 square kilometers of these endless plains, few natural barriers interrupt the horizon. Rough grass belts stretch continuously, creating an unobstructed expanse that seems to touch the sky itself. Winding rivers and streams cross the plains, carving out wetlands where vegetation grows particularly lush during warmer seasons, creating pockets of fertility within the broader landscape. Millions of sheep and horses follow the direction where grass grows, maintaining the rhythm of nomadic life that has persisted for centuries. Yet when winter descends on Inner Mongolia, temperatures in Ulumbia plummet to -50 degrees Celsius, transforming the entire grassland into harsh, frozen tundra. Located near where China, Russia, and Mongolia meet, many nomadic families still live inside traditional gyrs, while yaks serve as essential transportation across the plains, despite the challenging environment. Domesticated yaks differ markedly from their wild cousins, smaller, gentler, and largely controlled by human hands. Wild yaks possess strong territorial instincts, capable of charging anything that breaches their safety distance, whether human, vehicle, or animal. During breeding season between July and September, male yaks become extremely aggressive, engaging in fierce battles to control female herds through sheer physical dominance. The contrast between peaceful domestic yak herds and massive aggressive wild yaks represents one of the unique survival scenes within the northern grassland ecosystem's intricate balance. Spread across vast desert expanses lie rare and mysterious natural landscapes where life persists despite harsh conditions, creating special places famous for unique ecological balance shaped over millennia. The Dinahuyang poplar forest ranks among Earth's rarest wild poplar stands, possessing a life cycle called the immortality of 3,000 years. These trees live for 1,000 years, without dying, stand for another 1,000 years after death, and remain rooted for a final 1,000 years after falling, a remarkable testament to nature's persistence. Amid sandstorms, arid soil, and year-round drought, this forest transforms into golden flames for only 3 weeks during autumn, creating a spectacle of color before returning to its ordinary state. Within regions called ghost forests, tens of thousands of dead stems twist skyward, their sharp branches reaching toward desert skies like skeletal fingers. To survive, these trees drive roots dozens of meters deep into the earth to absorb mineral-rich water, then discharge remaining salt through their harsh bark as white traces. Between golden leaves and dry sand, Bactrian camels and desert goats nibble at dry branches, continuing their survival in this extreme environment. As quiet night descends, the world reveals a completely different face, transforming familiar landscapes into something mysterious and unknown. Within darkness, the sea moves gently, as if catching its breath, while its surface carries unexplainable, mysterious energy. Nature seems to gradually unveil secrets hidden for eons, as coastal scenery blurs the boundary between reality and imagination. Pingtan Island represents one of few places in China where nighttime ocean suddenly illuminates like a giant neon blue galaxy along the coastline, creating an otherworldly phenomenon. This occurs when billions of bioluminescent plankton cover tens of kilometers of seawater with cold blue light. During rough nights, waves crash against cliffs with greater force, throwing glowing droplets into the darkness like sparks from fire. Behind this surreal beauty lies actual survival mechanism, one of nature's most elegant solutions to predator threats. This light emerges to confuse or chase away underwater predators. Simply walking across wet sand or tossing small stones into the sea causes water to flash immediately at impact points, creating instant illumination from darkness. When glowing organisms wash onto dry sand, they shine for mere seconds before completely disappearing, leaving visitors to question whether they actually witnessed anything at all. Spaces barely touched by human footprints reveal stronger presence through their emptiness. Across endless plateaus, wind erases all sound, while time flows slowly as though suspended, creating a world where humans must adapt to nature's rules rather than nature accommodating human presence. This is not a peaceful nature reserve where humans are welcomed. This represents a world demanding human adaptation to natural law. Forget peaceful protected areas. Kekexili ranks as Earth's third largest uninhabited region, possessing a harsh beauty few dare enter. Across more than 45,000 square kilometers, permanent residents, a virtually non-existent climate, altitude, and terrain all reject long-term settlement. The entire region is surrounded by cold grey Kunlun mountains, creating natural boundaries between this plateau and the outside world. Due to climate warming, many of Kekexili's saltwater lakes are expanding slowly, consuming lower grasslands. Despite these harsh conditions, this remains essential habitat for Tibetan antelope, the emblematic migrating animal of the Qinghai Tibet Plateau. During migration periods, massive pronghorn herds cross empty plateaus through freezing winds and thin air, representing one of Asia's largest wild animal migrations. Sometimes nature reveals its existence not through movement, but through accumulation. Materials, invisibly collected over long periods, eventually manifest as massive forms, becoming the language of new landscapes. Yunnan's Baishuitai holds China's record for largest exposed limestone travertine formation, creating a geological wonder recognized worldwide. Beneath Harbor Snow Mountain, within primeval forests, this appears as massive white rock formations jutting upward dramatically. From distance, it resembles frozen waterfalls on mountainsides, yet actually consists of calcium-rich groundwater continuously rising for approximately 300,000 years, depositing minerals layer upon layer. This mineral layer covers Earth's surface, making plant root growth difficult and creating distinct white zones separated from surrounding forests. Branches, grass roots, and small organisms falling into mineral water don't decompose normally, instead becoming preserved beneath new limestone layers. Within crevices, moss and algae attach to travertine, growing using minerals while adding color to white surfaces. Local Naxi people consider these natural limestone steps ancient models for agricultural terrace design. Within vast continental centers exists quiet boundaries, where even seasonal changes penetrate reluctantly. Their thin, cold air flows, while giant topography continues accumulating silence, reorganizing itself like living structures. Within scales, human senses struggle to comprehend. Entirely nature maintains its order while quietly transforming shape, demonstrating persistence through constant evolution. The Tian Shan Range stretches approximately 2,500 kilometers across Central Asian deserts, containing China's largest modern glacier system at its core. This ice realm contains seracs, ice mushrooms, and deep turquoise crevasses, creating cold mazes with almost no human traces. Below, melting snow valleys, shrank spruce forests grow densely, with many stems reaching 40 to 50 meters height. Crossing high mountain rock zones, Ili picas hide in rock crevices, storing dry grass to endure harsh climates. Summer brings Tibetan foxes actively hunting these small mammals across high plateaus. When winter covers Tian Shan with snow, red foxes become even more active, continuing predation on Ili picas within cold valleys. Winter brings challenging conditions that test every adaptation. Survival becomes daily reality rather than romantic notion. Where rivers flow into seas, change always appears at boundaries. But certain places manifest this transformation. Uniquely flowing river water slows upon meeting land, quietly creating new topography and ecosystems. At Dongying's Yellow River mouth, you can observe ocean divided distinctly into yellow and blue sections representing dramatic boundary between fresh water and salt water. This color boundary forms where the Yellow River carries enormous sediment quantities, meeting blue seawater at specific convergence points. As sediment annually creates new land, this region became one of China's youngest and continuously expanding deltas. During autumn, alkaloid compounds covering this young wetland surface turn deep red, creating magical coastal landscapes along shorelines. Additionally, this serves as habitat for over 10,000 migratory birds and crucial breeding ground for rare oriental storks. Rivers flowing towards seas always display distinct boundaries where change appears, yet certain locations manifest this transformation particularly impressively. The two-color water boundary image became Dongding's symbol, attracting tourists and photographers waiting hours to capture perfect moments. Where solid ground disappears entirely, transparent glass spans across voids. This bridge tests human courage through removing all visible safety illusions. Standing here, brains transmit disbelief signals rather than fear. Accepting this visual reality as genuine becomes neurologically impossible initially. Avatar's Pandora background mountains surround this 430-meter glass bridge spanning between two cliffs, constructed from 99 triple-reinforced glass panels, proven resistant to automobile passage and hammer impacts. Overcoming footside terror requires upward gaze, scanning surrounding mountain silhouettes until panoramic majesty overwhelms petty fears beneath glass. When landscape grandeur supersedes terror, heights transform from threatening into transcendent, becoming meditation rather than torture. An impossible road stretches above deep canyons, connecting impossible distances. Rui Bridge sits 140 meters above canyon depths, creating connection. 3 wavy glass decks connect like undulating waves, flowing endlessly onward. It draws inspiration from traditional Chinese scepter curves, symbolizing graceful life journeys. One of 3 decks remains completely transparent, revealing canyon bottoms far below, creating thrilling experiences. Commencing 2017, it opened September 2020 after 3 years of passionate construction, creating this transparent void above nothingness and possibility. Walking it, bodies decide between fear or wonder, instinctively making choices that define character. When nature carves Earth vertically, humans sometimes insert highways within that vertical void bridge. Pilings rising 182 meters create visceral emptiness comprehension beneath vehicles. Engineering teams addressed mountainous complexity through spiral road wrapping within mountain interiors, emerging from tunnels into completely transformed cloud layers. Despite formidable geological challenges and seismic dangers, this highway embodies poetic beauty. Poetry emerges accidentally when engineering and nature collide unexpectedly. Bridge, trembling slightly, sends shivers through passengers. Yet afterward comes mysterious exhilaration, sudden, chest-opening liberation, cascading through awareness. This highway proves that technical achievement, coupled with environmental respect, sometimes births unexpected grace. Driving through becomes meditation on human capacity for creating beauty within constraints, rather than despite them. Across expansive ocean bridges extend toward wind-filled spaces filled with possibility. Dalian-Jinghe Bay Bridge spans 6.8 kilometers, employing specialized underwater anchoring methods, providing permanent foundations. Elegant 490-meter cable-stay towers rise majestically above water. The structure was designed for 100-year durability against salt storms and time itself, representing human commitment to permanence. As vehicles traverse this span ocean and coastline envelope travelers completely, the journey transforms into a landscape experience worth remembering forever. When practicality aligns identically with beauty, bridges transcend transportation, becoming pilgrimage destinations. When monsoon seasons arrive, boundaries between earth and water dissolve nature, reclaiming roadways by submerging them beneath lakes. This represents no disaster, but deliberate landscape where engineering and nature coordinate rather than conflict. Waves surge against front windshields, while blue ripples replace lane markings, stretching infinitely across horizons, an intentional phenomenon rather than catastrophe, as China's largest freshwater lake annually rises above road level. When water levels exceed 18.6 meters, highways vanish and drivers transform instantaneously into sailors' white marker buoys, become sole compasses distinguishing submerged roads from lake bottoms. Slight steering adjustments convert leisurely drives into swimming lessons, delivering simultaneous fear and exhilaration, the honest gift this remarkable road bestows upon travelers. Horizons merge indistinguishably, with roadways momentarily dissolving driver identities into ambiguity, remaining uncertain whether navigating or sailing becomes the experience's greatest appeal. This phenomenon represents nature's poetry. When infrastructure meets seasonal transformation, conventional reality temporarily suspends itself. Certain stretches of water exist too vast for ordinary crossing. They demand architectural courage and innovation. The Hangzhou Bay Bridge stretches an impressive 36 kilometers, claiming the title of world's longest sea bridge upon completion. The S-shaped design represents pure engineering genius, not mere aesthetics. Curved roads maintain driver alertness better than straight ones ever could, keeping consciousness and attention alive throughout the journey. Massive tidal waves reaching 8 meters frequently crash against bridge supports, yet the structure holds firm. Engineers drove steel pilings 80 meters deep into the seabed, anchoring this vision permanently. An artificial island at the bridge's midpoint offers travelers a place to pause and contemplate the boundless ocean. Travel time collapsed from 4 hours into just 2. This $1.5 billion achievement literally rewrote the map, proving that engineering genuinely reshapes human geography and destiny. Beyond 4,000 meters altitude, humans somehow inscribed one of Earth's most audacious highways into mountainsides from above. This resembles confused architecture's scribbling rather than genuine road infrastructure. Within 30 kilometers, 600 curves interweave densely, while extreme altitude renders air desperately thin, and wind howls piercingly through window crevices, guarding rail shadows, dropping precipitously into bottomless chasms. Upon reaching the dragger section, mountain faces become layered, with waves of curves completely filling vision, overwhelming any remaining sense of orientation or spatial awareness. After completing 100 curves, straight highway, memories blur indistinguishably consciousness, becoming unconscious hand movement, superseding deliberate steering. Beyond 300 curves, driving transforms from technical skill into internal battle testing, drivers' psychological resilience rather than mechanical proficiency. This highway teaches that mountain conquest requires surrendering to rhythm, accepting curves' inevitable dominance rather than imposing individual will. Crossing water has always represented humanity's greatest engineering challenge. This magnificent bridge spans 55 kilometers across the South China Sea, one of mankind's most audacious maritime structures. The project consumed 420,000 tons of steel, enough to construct 60 Eiffel Towers. Engineers designed this extraordinary structure to endure for 120 years, standing resolute against the relentless forces of nature. It can withstand direct collision from 300-ton cargo ships. Cable towers, submarine tunnels, and artificial islands function as one unified, sophisticated system. This engineering marvel reduced what once took hours into a mere 45-minute journey, reconnecting millions of lives. 9 years of determined construction culminated in 2018 when 3 cities became unified as one. China demonstrated to the world what large-scale visionary thinking truly accomplishes. Beyond Southern Hemisphere's extremity, thousands-year-old organisms illuminate entire coastlines with flames approaching, reveals this isn't fire, but symbiotic flora radiance. From distance, coastlines appear consumed by infernos. Proximity reveals orange-flaming photosynthetic partnerships with ancient rocks. Beneath orange flames, ocean transparency allows individual sand granules visibility. From surface color spectrum extremity appears deliberately arranged. Standing before this vista creates interplanetary shore, perception, fire, and ice coexist, impossibly proving nature manifests audacious artistry without verbal proclamation. This environment transcends Earth-standard beauty. Alternate planetary landscapes seem less alien than this arrangement. Fire's Bay demonstrates natural boldness, exceeding human imagination consistently. The violent ocean presents a paradox. Its powerful waves harbor infinite and courageous renewable energy within. Hundreds of white turbines now stand majestically across the East China Sea, rotating steadily above the waves. Each blade measures 170 meters in length. Imagine structures so vast, they harvest the ocean winds slowly but powerfully, converting nature's fury into precious electricity for millions. Massive steel foundations drive deep into ocean floors, standing completely unmoved against storms and surging tides. This single wind farm supplies electricity to over 1 million households annually, while reducing carbon emissions by millions upon millions of tons, a victory for both people and planet. The ocean no longer represents merely an obstacle for development. For China, the ocean has become a fertile energy field, brimming with limitless potential, waiting to be responsibly harvested. Beneath Mediterranean sunlight stands a village where stone accumulated for centuries without mortar or cement, entirely dependent upon weight and gravitational balance for structural integrity. Aerial observation reveals hundreds of conical roofs clustering into cryptic honeycomb arrangements, initially confusing whether inhabitants are humans or storybook characters. Weathered roofing displays mysterious white patterns resembling constellations or ancient script painted specifically for summoning fortune while repelling malevolent forces. Hundreds of years' prayers subtly respire throughout narrow alleys. Between stones, faith literally permeates architecture. Alberobello demonstrates enduring beauty emanating from materials, honest stacking proving permanence doesn't require modern adhesives. Some places transcend simple destination description. Dulongjiang is exactly like that. Until 1999, the only path was a brutal mountain trail rejecting human steps. Steep paths twist, like they actively refuse passage. Looking down makes forward motion feel impossible. Deeper than just remote, it's completely disconnected from world flow. Some seasons, snow piles so deep that people become isolated for half years. Movement stops, connection stops, only heavy, deep silence remains. In a valley surrounded by 4,000-meter mountains, humans become extremely small. Then, daily worries disappear like they never existed. This place is not for seeing, it's for listening, understanding that Earth still breathes quietly.